gonna stay there very long.
Interestingly enough, I have recently got residency in Portugal because I'm from the UK and I managed to do that before Brexit. And I just opened a bank account yesterday and they said, oh, and you can download the trading app that goes with our bank. I said, okay, and can I do, is that with crypto? Yeah, we do crypto too.
Maybe I need a Portuguese citizenship too, or residency. How did you do that?
It looks like Daniel just volunteered.
But as far as I remember,
sorry, go
in Portugal, they don't have tax on Bitcoin too, on BTC, or very low level of them.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I can tell. They don't yet have a crypto tax, no, which is like nuts. Yay!
Yeah. But in Germany, also you have 0% of tax.
Is that true? Wow, that's great.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's in every state because Germany is federal, but normally, yes, it's 0% everywhere.
Cool.
Well, and if they tax, then privacy coins are still there.
Yeah, it'll be another chapter for Musicoin too. I have a question. Sorry, Raj, how are you? Are we broadcasting live on YouTube? It was your intention for today on our Musicoin TV channel.
Oh, welcome, Raj. Can you share the link so we can see if the chat works and stuff like that? I know, but if we can check if people with a link can just use the chat for now, just to test it out. It should be the same when the link is public, right?
Yeah. So I did not make it public. So I did not make it public. So I mean, subscriber won't know about it. It's only like people who have the link.
Great. It seems like it's working.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it working. That's really good.
Hello. All right. That's very nice to use in the future. Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to do today, because I was expecting like a huge discussion about the proposal, and then if that's the first video, that would just be a disaster, I think. But this gives us the time to test it out properly.
Yeah, an AMA is a nice idea.
Still share. So that's great. Thank you, Raj, for that. Awesome. Well, let me go through the meeting topics, and then we can open up the conversation a bit more. So what I already told is that we're still working on the agreements, and there is a lot of discussion at the moment, but it's not final. We're just trying to find some middle ground here, fine-tune the details. And my goal is to make sure everyone, or at least most of people, are happy to proceed. Otherwise, we can make this a success, I think. So even if it takes more time, it's important that we get our noses in the same direction. Otherwise, it's just on hold, I guess. I have registered myself for the Blockhack Hackathon today that the developer Antoine is involved with, and that starts on May 3, and it's for 5 days. I'm not sure yet what we would be doing in there besides looking for new developers. So I'm not sure what we'll be working on exactly, because it depends on how far we get in the @Global hackathon in which we are now. I have already found one additional developer besides Antoine, and he's a full stack developer with a lot of experience in backend mostly, but he would also like to think about our product in the long run. And he seemed very interested in the project. He has read the white paper and Lorenzo's blogs about the NFTs. And yeah, he's really interested. He only said he needs to read part 2 a few times more to completely get the picture, but that's okay. So yeah, he will be assisting us during the hackathon at least, and then we'll see how it goes. If he's interested in joining the team later, like after the hackathon, and this could be a good way to see what he's capable of course. So all in all, good news.
Sorry. What is the language of programmation of Scale?
It's also Solidity, just like on Ethereum.
Okay.
So basically, Antoine is like my go-to Solidity pro at the moment. I can do it too, but he's just better, I think. And I have a lot of other things going on now for this project. So yeah, in the past I always wanted to do things alone, but it's just not possible anymore. We need to find some more people so everything could go faster.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
To me, it's some kind of issue that the only language is Solidity, because it requires that the devs learn it, and it's a brand new language, and so we will not find easily that many developers. But well, if you say it's fine, then no problem.
Yeah, it's actually pretty okay. Like even Lorenzo was learning it, and he knows just some JavaScript basics.
Okay.
So it's not that much different, but it has its own how do you say its own issues and special things to consider when writing smart contracts. So I would rather outsource that to someone who has been doing this for a longer time. I only started learning that like last year, but he has years of experience, so he's better. He's more experienced in it, and that's what we need.
The word is idiosyncrasies, I think. Idiosyncrasy, yeah.
Okay. Never heard that word. I only heard idiocracy.
I know this.
That's something else. Yeah, and then one last point actually is that Sklove is the hero of the day, of the week, of the year, because he has figured out the numbers of our total supply that we had on the day of the first swap, which was December 15 in 2020. And at the time we had a total supply of 1.8 billion coins on our old blockchain. So this means that together with the Bittrex funds, we would have, let me see here, 576 and some change, 576 million, a little bit more of unswapped token left after the second swap, which we could dedicate to the new team funding, to PPP, and yeah, we can discuss which parts we are gonna lock and all that stuff now that we have the correct amounts. So that's good news. And we can also work these numbers into the agreement as well.
So you say 1.8 billion is the total amount with Bittrex?
No, that's the total supply of minted coins that we had on the alt chain.
Okay.
And for the new token, we have created 2 billion. So there's almost 170. Almost 180 million left from that. And then we also have Bittrex, which is close to 400 million, which we are not going to swap and dedicate to, to the project, basically, moving forward. So now that we have these numbers, we can figure out the details better, because in the agreement, I didn't know how many exactly. So I said between 400 and 800, because on CoinMarketCap, for example, it said 1.6 billion of total supply, but apparently those numbers weren't correct. So that's why I wanted to know that for sure. And another thing Clove did is he composed a list of all the wallets on our alt chain on December 15 with all their balances. So this we can then go through for the second swap. So basically all we need to do once we are on scale to do the second swap is basically loop through this list and allocate the tokens to the right addresses.
Okay.
To keep it the same. So that's not a lot of work anymore, thanks to Clove.
Big round of applause. Woo!
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Woo! Nice job.
Yeah, and what did I promise again? It's Clove. I think I promised to send an album to Korea because he likes her songs. So yeah, now I need to figure out how to do that.
You do an NFT especially for him.
A signed EP that's laying on my desk now. I'm not sure about the transport costs, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, so those were the points for today. Lorenzo is not here. I hear he's taking a bicycle ride in the mountains or something for a couple of days. So yeah, are there any more questions, feedback, opinions on that? Please let me know.
I hereby promise to look at the new document over the weekend. I don't promise to read the 300 messages, but I will.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, maybe I have a question about the token. So, are we going to vote about an eventual burning or not?
I will say that from my point of view is I think yes, because I think there's been lots of discussion. There needs to at least be some discussion around it, and it's what I've been wanting to see is actually one place where actually everyone is in agreement about what we have available, what tokens are available, and what is where, and who currently has what. That's then seems to be a point at which then we can start to think about having a discussion around burning, not burning, locking, not locking, and that kind of thing. Cheers.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine. Okay.
Ditto. So yeah, but now that we have the right amounts, we can discuss it better. That was the whole idea.
Yeah, there was also that proposal to submit it to a community vote. So I guess the debate will only be fueled in the next month about it.
Which
yeah, for sure.
It's not necessarily a bad thing. If we do it in the right way and, do include as many people as possible, then actually this could be a real benefit to show that the project is engaging the users and everyone, and is also, still alive.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Guys, I have a few questions, if I may.
Yep.
Yes, you may.
So, and sorry if I missed that point, but do you know how many tokens are left unswapped from the first swap?
Yeah, we know that now. It's 576 million.
It's a lot. Sounds like a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
asking.
a lot, but yeah,
Yeah.
it should fuel the project for years to come. I figure if we can lock up some funds to be released only after a few years and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just asking because for some reason, last days there are many questions, and I pointed to that there are many questions in the main chat regarding the second swap. So I feel like there are like a lot comparing to our whole community people who missed this first swap, and I think it's really crucial to take care of them. Maybe at this point, again, so as I mentioned, by at least providing some instructions or like timelines, so for them to feel that core team is caring about them. I mean, they're not forgot. And moreover, if they do, I don't know, like transfer their coins for Coinomi, which is also an issue, or make a second swap, wait till second swap and make it, and not just forget about the project, to add liquidity, which is definitely will be good for the price. So I mean, my main point is to like address in very, I mean, it's a very important question to address as what to do with the unswapped tokens at this point. I mean, if there is nothing to do with them, just to wait, just to outline this, and like maybe in a pin message in the main chat saying that please wait, you know, like 1, 2, 3 weeks, and for Coinomi, please proceed with this procedure.
Yes, we do need to figure out Konami. Yeah, with all the other stuff, I didn't get a chance to contact them yet, but I will need to do that really soon now. Yeah.
I have to leave, guys. Sorry. It's been wonderful. Look forward to the next one and online. So take care and God bless.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Ciao, Daniel.
Thanks, Daniel. Have a nice day.
Nice
Cheers.
weekend of reading.
Yeah, thanks.
And another two questions, again, if I may, and regarding the website, did you have a chance, Ben, to talk with Isakar, who is in charge of that issue with unworking Musicoin.org site?
Yes, he has shared some documents to me and Stephen. Yeah, some basic things on how it's set up now. But yeah, with the other stuff, he seems to be slowed down a bit. I don't know why. Even before the agreement. But we need to figure that out. And yeah, I hope Stephen can join me soon in that quest.
I just mean that it's a big issue when somebody get acknowledged about a project, even at this stage, and trying to visit the website, and it doesn't work. It's making a bad reputation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean the www.musicoin.org, right? With the launch certificate. Yeah, I've told him a couple of times already, but seems like it's not fixed yet.
No, it's not. I checked like a few hours ago.
Yeah. Thank you for checking.
I'm constantly checking everything that is connected with Musicoin for at least last months.
Oh, that's great. But yeah, I'll ask him once again to fix this because I see, yeah, it's just pointed to the wrong subdomain, like we had before. We had a prototype going for Grant for the Web called debut.musicoin.org, which is not up right now. But it seems to point to that, and that should be the issue, that it doesn't point to the main domain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know technical reasons, but maybe so.
Yeah, that's what I can tell from from viewing the certificate.
I just hope that it's not a big deal to fix it, and but
no,
this will have a good effect.
It should be just changing a DNS record.
Yeah, and did you have any, or like, did you have any chance to contact Atomic Dex to add us Musicoin to them?
Oh, well, actually, about Atomic Decks, I tried their latest updates, and I couldn't add the Musicoin token anymore. So I'll need to contact them about that too. And at the same time, I can throw in that kind of partnership offering or something, that they can add us, like add our token that we don't have to edit manually in some next release. That's still on the to-do list as well.
Okay, great. And when we fix, and I hope this will happen soon, when we fix the website, I think, as I mentioned, it will be really great to post at least one picture, one slide, whatever, outlining our roadmap, because Musicoin has already, for the even past, I know, like 9 months, we have already done some things. At least first swap and the upcoming hackathon and the partnership with Scale, etc. So this is something that we could already outline, and moreover to provide clarity to community and to old and to new one which we want to acquire, what we are going to do and when. And I mean, it's kind of I think this would streamline ourselves. I mean, it's kind of the to-do list which we have after each call, but now it will be in the form of roadmap, and this will also provide light on the perspective of the project to the wider community.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
actually,
a very simple thing, but will have a massive effect, I think.
Actually, the website is up and running, but just not on the www.musicoin.org. So without the thanks for for the link, Said. So that's working. So it's only the www that's not working at the moment. And there's information about what we're doing on the website now, thanks to Said. And I will. Yeah, I know these few points in the to do after the meeting are still there after a couple of weeks. So next week I will knock some of them out at least. Yeah. Next week I'll have a lot more time again. So that will be some administration calculated in there.
Okay, get it. I just wanted to point out that there are few, or maybe not even few, like few couple of things that could be done right now without any like technical changes, without any migration, more on marketing and business development side, and they really don't take a lot of time of efforts, as I said. I mean, like website, roadmap, instructions on unswap tokens, etc. But this could have a good effect for the promotion of the project.
Yeah, you're right. I'll try to knock them out in the next week.
If you need some help to have more time for other things, then you can ask me, or I guess some people here. You give some tasks to complete if it can help you.
All right, that's great. I'll see what I can send to you guys.
Fine.
Thanks.
Hi, Ben. This is Antonio.
Hey, Antonio.
One thing, I'm sorry, but I missed the beginning of our call. What is the situation with the negotiation with Isaac? And second, how essential or how critical is reaching a final negotiation with Isaac to the moving on of the project?
As I said in the beginning of the call, there's a lot of discussion at the moment, but that's just because we're trying to fine-tune the details. And it's not easy to make everyone happy, but we'll get there, though it could take some longer time, which is not abnormal, especially with all the previous commitments we need to keep in mind.
Yeah.
We're getting to it.
Okay. No, I just since I missed the beginning of the call, I just didn't know
Oh yeah.
where we stand on that. And how critical is this reaching the agreement for the project? I mean, if can we do anything before reaching the agreement in terms of next steps, or we have to wait for that?
We're working on the scale migration right now.
Yeah.
So that's no showstopper for that. We can do that with or without them.
Yeah.
With the agreement, I mean. But then, yeah, the second swap kind of depends on that, because as for now, the tokens are still under Isaac's control. So he needs to get along with that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I was just wondering what the lack of agreement entailed. So the second swap is subject to the agreement. All
Yeah.
right. Thanks.
Or maybe not. I need to think about it.
Well, the
Yeah,
main
mhm.
go on.
Yeah, actually, on the technical side, there will always be options and solutions, but the idea here is to give enough time to to that settlement, as Ben mentioned, to have anyone or anybody satisfied with the final outcome. But if in the end there's no agreement, anyway, we'll go on, no doubt about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, indeed.
yeah,
Can,
that's
can
what
I?
I think also.
The group that we have there is really a discussion group, and people are getting heated up. People are just expressing their opinion. So there will be different opinions. That I think is the first thing everybody must realize. And you will see both sides of the coins in that discussion. And somewhere there must be a middle way, and that's how we're going to have to go after it. And Ben, thanks for your patience and for your effort in that. You must have hair on your teeth by now to deal with that kind of thing. Sorry.
Yeah, walks in nature and meditation helps a lot. I can tell you that. And
And
playing drums, of course. I hope
yeah,
I don't break too many cymbals. But yeah,
So
the discussion was a bit
I'm
heated
sure
up
we'll be
for a
able
moment
to
there.
keep you, once this is off the ground, we'll keep you in a lifetime supply of symbols, all right? You can break them all if you like.
Oh man, that would be so great. I break them a
Can
lot,
so
and they are expensive.
so I have a token of suggestion. When we go for a like voting, since like we have a group of like now future team of music coin group, we have around 16 people, and then there is a main channel of music coin. So maybe I think because we discuss so much about music coin, and like we all are so much concerned about it, and also equally main channel must be concerned. So we should also have a like internally I think we should have a voting consideration, and then also community, like there should be a weight, like maybe 60-40 or 50-50 or something like that, just for a governance. I'm just giving a suggestion. Yeah.
Um, I'm not entirely sure what you mean.
Yeah, what?
same.
Raj,
Yeah.
you mean a vote on the settlement
Yes,
agreement by the community
yes.
too?
So what I mean to
Hmm.
say, there should be a weight of the team what we have right now. Like if we are 16 people, if we keep voting in a 16 people, like 8 might agree, and like 10 might agree, 6 might not agree, 6 might agree with someone else, something else. So now out of that means the 60% is in something agreement and 40% in something agreement. Now in community when we go, so community voting should be different. So both we should tally. That's what my point is. We should not count only as a community. We should count as a team, as voting power separate, and community as voting power as separate. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
agree
agreed.
that not every decision needs to be made by the whole community, especially because yeah, for some more internal things, they don't know what's going on. So it could be better to have it in a smaller group, like just a team vote for some things.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's also
but
something we need to figure out as we
yeah,
go.
I guess they can share. If we have a disagreement on something like he said 50, 40% of us, of the small team, we can still share to the community a reflection to
Oh yeah,
see
yeah,
what.
yeah. We should definitely share at least the results of the votes.
Yeah,
And yeah, like you said, if we don't find a find a decision, we could still open it to
yeah.
others. Yeah.
Ben, not only that, I mean to say the weightage of the voting should be like 50% for the team member, and the weightage of the community 50%. That is what I meant. So,
Okay,
so out of 100%, 50% for us, 50% for the community. So out of 50, like 50% us, out of that, if 30% is this side and 20% is that side, and then out of community like 30-20, then that we can tally. It's like that.
Yeah, those are all
So we get the more
details we need
weightage.
to
Yeah.
figure out once we get
Yeah.
there. We can have a vote about that too.
True.
Voteception.
True.
But yeah, some ideas I hear are very good already.
what I have a last question. What will it take to have an efficient tool, a powerful tool, to vote? I mean, what will it take to put it in place?
Well, there are a couple of options there. For the community vote, anyway, we already have some governance built into the new token. So basically, we only need to well deploy one or two more contracts and get a platform to do the voting on. But it can all be forked from compounds because that's what I use to base the token on. So it could work the same, and we can configure our own governance, configuration basically, like how many time there is to do a vote, how many um, tokens you need to have to propose something, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's already baked into the new token, but we still need a platform for that. And I heard from Scale that someone on their network is actually exactly providing that service. So we need to talk to them in the future what it would take to have our own governance platform, because for them it's also based on Compound. So it would basically just be a fork for Musicoin then. So not too much work, I guess.
Is it some kind of delegated proof of work of stack?
Um, well, it's how do I say this? You can delegate votes. Yes, that's all baked in there. So, for example, you you can even do it for your own. So, for example, you have some tokens in cold storage, but you want to vote with your MetaMask wallet. Then you can delegate your votes to that other address, to any address really. So you can keep your coins in cold storage while still being able to vote with them, and that kind of stuff is all included in the new token.
Okay, okay, perfect.
But for example, someone who thinks like, yeah, I don't want to vote. I want to give my voting weight to someone else. That's possible too. Is just the same actually.
Fine.
One more question. The I think that there would be two alternatives for voting. One per person and another per stake, number of tokens. What are we thinking here? By head or by participation, let's say?
Oh, right now it's based on the amount of tokens you've got. That's the weight of your vote.
Okay.
But yeah, we can do two kinds of voting as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because the results could be substantially different.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have to do some trial runs in the beginning to see how it all works, and also to get our community educated to actually do the voting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think it would be cool anyway.
Just on the voting, I think that maybe large coin holders might have my proposal would be have a slighter more vote, but not necessarily based on the amount of holdings. You might say above 20 million gets 1.5 point votes, so that there's no overruling factor that will allow that to happen. And then the other thing that I would suggest is that voting has to be on a personal one-by-one basis. You have to identify and basically on an individual basis, not by group. So if a mining pool holds 100 million coins, the mining pool does not get a vote. Anybody in the mining pool who submits to the management tokens and places that in the management token, whether if it's over 20 million, they'll get 1.5 points, or the rest get 1 vote point. Maybe in that respect, it gives them some kind of reason, some kind of management advantages by holding a lot of coins, but not allowing you to overrule or to step on other people in that way.
Well,
There is
that's actually a good
I
point.
want
Yeah.
to add this to everything, is that in the spirit of the Sharism, that was the initiation point of this coin, I would like to see this Sharism exhibited in the negotiations.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, when you vote, you propose something with your amount of token power. It could only be a proposal, and then there is a vote, and the vote is made not on the weight you have of token, but only on the head of people. One person, one vote. But you could also have proposals, and the proposals are made by people who hold a large amount of tokens.
Yes, but when you do per person, then yeah, you can have people creating multiple wallets too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to
Yeah,
figure
we
out a
could.
balance there.
We could do proportionally, but with a cap, for instance. So if it's a proportional, but if you reach whatever 500,000, 1 million tokens, or 10 million tokens, it's your cap. You're not going to have more votes than that if you have more tokens.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the idea of how we do it exactly, that's up for discussion and figuring out the details. But the main takeaway is that the more tokens you have, the more your vote is worth. So this is another reason we can increase the coin value. Actually, this was the incentive.
Yeah,
I agree with that. It's actually missing the incentive if we don't have that. So
yeah, indeed.
but I think
That too avoids dumping for a big part, I think.
Yeah, I think the major factor here is that we have voting on an individual basis, and that we not end up. I know you can create multiple accounts, but more on an identification basis. This is more personal and more than just a social blog on the internet somewhere. This is about what we're doing and where we're going. So for that purpose, if you hold management coins, it must be linked to an ID and somebody that is verifiable. At least we will remove the spam accounts and the people with 20 or 30. He might manage to sneak in 2 or 3, but I doubt he's going to sneak in 100.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Also, there are some solutions with other blockchains that give the opportunity to identify the people. So yeah, I agree with this.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting, but we are discussing for 15 minutes voting procedure, but what are the actions after that? Are we able to do something right after the discussion, or why we discussed right now? And sorry for the criticism, but I think it sounds like something playing in the weekends while have broken card and zero cash. Maybe let's streamline the discussion to actionable for the next week points.
Well, yeah, this all came from voting on agreements.
I mean, an agreement to transfer something from the old team to the new team from the ISAC is important point. I agree, but I mean, we kind of, I mentioned the roadmap, but we didn't spend any minute to discuss what is our roadmap, to just draw it after the call, and we again spent 33% of our time to discuss a voting, which is at this point has no use case.
Yeah, Anton, I think why we're discussing about the voting point, the reason is that because many are having a dispute in their token distribution thing, many having other ideas. So once we figure out about the voting thing, so I think that will also get clear.
Okay, I mean, just ideal democracy is utopia, and let's not try to make happy everyone. I think just someone from the core team, one person or a couple of person, need to take responsibility of open the voting, close the voting, and make a decision, and that's all. And regardless in which case it will be, I mean, now we are not in the very good shape. I mean, all the project, and any decision will be better than not decide anything. I mean, it's my, and I understand that there will be now a lot of criticism of the standpoint, but I mean, we need some actions, not discussions, and that's also my message.
Yeah, that's why I say we will figure out the details later.
Okay, so later we will discuss more.
Yeah, maybe for a full day on one topic.
No, I mean, I'm not a developer. I'm not a part of the initial team, and probably I cannot like express my opinion such aloud and in a manner which is not liked by majority, I believe. But if I already have connected to this call, I will use this chance to express an opinion at least once.
Oh yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but
Anton,
perhaps we could try to come up with a list of priority actions to be taken in terms of really a list of priorities in a certain order for us to try to go step by step. I think it's not that clear for us. We know that there are lots of things happening, but I don't see really if there is an order and what order they should happen.
What or why? So,
Yeah, there is an
what
order.
and why?
what is the reason why this should happen? Is that your question? Sorry.
No, my question is, we have lots of actions
Yes.
to take, and I'm not sure what are the most the ones we should give most priority than others. And if we find that out, I mean, if we define a list of priorities, we could sort of put that list on, see who can work on that specifically among the group, and try to, as I think you said, allocate some sort of responsibilities for certain people that accept that responsibility to move on that specific issue. So I think that everything is on the hands of Ben and Lorenzo and Chris right now. But I think that we could at least know who is taking care of each issue and follow up.
Okay, I agree, and I have two suggestions right now. So first is very logical, as for me at least. We spent a lot of time to discuss our plans, but we didn't pay attention to communicate the plans to the community, and that is something that I constantly repeating. And sorry for that, but let's just like outline plan, whatever it is. I mean, it doesn't matter what is a plan, what is the preciseness of it, just like put in a text on a website. In a Q1 we plan to do this, in a Q2 this, in a Q3 this, in a Q4 this. Dot. That's all. I mean, 4 points below each quarter, and to communicate this through the website, through the Telegram, Bitcoin Talk, and all the channels. And the second point is we have, I think, again, in my opinion, we have part of offended community, which we didn't pay enough attention with this first swap or with communicating regarding their unlocked or like locked, technically locked coins. And let's second point, let's streamline efforts to also resolving that issue with that part of community which has locked coins.
I don't totally agree with you. Communication is not perfect, but it's not that bad. Gave the message of Ben on Discord, for example. I saw that message, which message is telling everything which is done actually, and where we are heading. So the communication is not perfect, but it's existing actually.
I'm not saying that it's bad. I mean, I'm just saying that we need to put an effort on that. Sorry,
sure.
if this sounds offensively.
No, it is not. It is not. But I just want to assure you that the communication exists. It's not perfect, but it's here.
Yes.
And
yes.
the problem with the people who didn't swap their tokens in the first swap is that they are coming one by one. It's not really one by one, but they are coming with the time. So each time one is coming to say, I have some tokens locked and I want to know what can I do with these tokens, it's like we have to explain him again, but the information is also here and it's available.
No, we don't. No, I didn't mean so. Sorry for interrupting. I meant exactly opposite. That we need to have an instruction on all our channels of communication of what to do with unswapped or locked on different exchanges wallets tokens. So I mean, definitely it's a good habit to answer to the questions of community, but definitely I'm not hoping that somebody will answer to each question to each person, at least at this stage. I'm just saying about the communication, and again, I'm not saying that it's absent. Just saying that it's a thing that, in my humble opinion, is first or second, like first maybe swap, second communication, or vice versa. But it's like a top 3 priority because nobody, even I don't know, like what we are expecting in the Q2 till end of the Q2. I'm not saying that I'm my core team, but I don't know what we're expecting in the Q2. I mean, a full list. Again, we're expecting a swap. Okay, what else? And in Q3, I mean, that's unclear.
Well, there is no actually. Ben didn't give any precise day, which, for example, the scale migration is going to be effective. But when I read again the message, I see every point that, like the to dos. In the to dos, there is like continue work on the mutual agreement, finalize production and development environment on public cloud, and prepare for the scale migration and etc.
Yes. I mean, it's very helpful, and I mean, I'm very positively surprised about this weekly calls, and it's really great to keep on speed all the team. But answering to your comment, I'm not saying about exact date. I'm saying about like a date within a quarter. I mean, I think it's enough preciseness to say like somewhere in a Q2 or Q3 or Q4 we'll do this. It's not a question about even months.
Oh yeah, Anton. I think I said this last week, but the idea is that once we have finished the preparation for the migration, we could have a better view on that and set up a real timeline there. Because this is the hardest part. After that, it would just be adding features and stuff like that, and that we can plan better because we don't have to wait for scale or anything else. So yeah, the plan is that by the end of the hackathon, we would have a roadmap for the rest of the year and maybe a part of next year already that we can work from.
So, Ben, I just tried to note, a rough roadmap, relaunch of our website, which we have already done, then scale migration. After that, to make live all our social channels like Twitter, YouTube channel, and our Facebook and all. Then raise funds. Then BSC chain, we have to make an idea on that. Governance token, then staking DeFi, and then NEFT. So I think we at least we can make a rough like poster
Yes.
kind of a thing. Like quarter 1, this is this, quarter 2, this is this, quarter 3, this is this, like that. So like
Yes.
we
Yeah,
will be
that's the
little
plan.
moved by this. Like we can always see this, like, oh, we have to do this after this. And also a community, when they will see, they will also feel like we are commitment to the project and we are up for something. Yeah.
Thanks. That is exactly what I meant. I mean, what I tried to say is that we just need to spend like 10 minutes with a paper and a pen and
Yes.
just to draw that very high level roadmap. It's like not a big
So
deal.
Ben, I just
And thanks for
wrote Ben and Antonio and Say, Lajoto, Skol. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing wrong. Your names, Chris. Everyone, feel free. Like I just texted in our chat. If you want to add something, you can add in this, and maybe I'll create one. If Gibran wants to create, Gibran can create, or if you want, I can create one, like poster kind of a thing where we can mention this roadmap.
I have to say that like waiting for another week or two for this hackathon to end
Yes.
to put a roadmap,
Yes.
it makes a lot of
Yes.
sense, much more than just writing down now like imaginary deadlines and stuff like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Like I know that what Anton said is very important also, but like if what Ben is saying is that we just need to wait a little, like we have been waiting so long and it's just a little
Yes.
more weight for us to be able to write realistic deadlines and timelines and all this stuff instead of just writing like imaginary deadlines, you know?
I mean, whatever you want. Nobody will blame us if we change the deadlines.
So
We have done this before.
so
It's up to you. And thanks, Raj, for elaborating my thinking.
yeah.
And
So what I'm
this,
saying, Said, you're absolutely right. I'm just saying, okay, let's not make it public. We'll only put this in document at least, so that we know, like what are the tasks we are having ahead, at least for our team. Just for a team, like please try to add this. The Ben has already provided us a document, so maybe we can add there, like more and more, like so we all are also clear what next we are up for working and something like that. It's not like exactly that we're going to work, but at least we have, if we can write something, like what are the next things are there, like, yeah, only for that.
great.
Yeah, we could already create a roadmap document and edit as we go.
Yeah.
I agree on that.
Me too.
Great. Anything else?
So I have a question regarding, we were talking about rising funds. So yeah, somebody suggested, I think that is seen, that was Said or someone else, I don't know. Telegram
I
name,
think Sean.
like 3,000 token, uh, like if we can pool one by one, like we can create a funds so that we can move ahead without hesitant, like without blocks and stuff. So we can also discuss about that, like so there are two parts. One, we can also open for a community to fund without giving them a music coin or something, right? It's like open, like some donate to music coin, like ETH address, BTC address and stuff. Now, another thing, actual fundraising by giving a music coin to them. So maybe this two level of like addresses we can create something, and at two different stages.
Yeah. The fundraising that Sean suggested, right?
Yeah.
To get a 30K in funds. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, fundraising.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, he is talking about fundraising. You give money and you have tokens, and fundraise and donations from the community.
Both way, yeah. Because a lot of people who love a project they also donate willfully, freely, because they want to succeed the project. So maybe first step we can do this, support music and donate or something, that we can create that viral or PR or something like that. And second time of fundraising with a token also we can do.
Oh yeah, I see. Well, in the document that we released about the which one was it again? About the first swap, I think there were some addresses in there, but yeah, of course they are also under control of Isaac, under Isaac's control. So yeah, maybe we need new ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, it's a good idea to have this in place. Of course, like for example, the Monero projects, they only work from donations basically. For example, and I have seen some other projects like gather funds like that for listings and all that stuff as well.
Yes.
So yeah, that could be a good idea.
Yeah. Because the early we create, it would be good, because the BTC price will go up, and some exchanges must be taking as per the BTC price. So 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 yeah, I mean, the people who are donating now 10 sat, they might not donate tomorrow 10 sat, they might donate tomorrow 5 sat or 3 sat when the BTC value increases. So we have to create this early.
I have a question for you, Ben. Igor is asking if we will try to work with Uniswap, and if the price lowered.
Well, I think the prices have only increased, so I think it's better to work with Honeyswap or something first, which is why we need to create some token bridges to other side chains. For example,
BSC.
Honeyswap is running on XDAI chain, and it's actually a fork of Uniswap, so it works exactly the same, only the fees are a lot lower because they don't have the same transaction fees as on Ethereum mainnet.
Okay.
And this can also be done during the hackathon, of course. We may even win some prizes in doing that.
And Ben, I remember you mentioned at some point application for some grant. Are there any news on that?
No, there's no news. I check their website like every day, and I didn't see a new update on that yet. And they also haven't contacted us yet, so it's just the waiting game, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And
just like last time, it was also longer than 8 weeks. It took before we got an update. So.
And could you remind what was the problem with the list on the Uniswap? Is that the high gas fees or what?
Yes. Well, basically everyone can create a liquidity pool on Uniswap, but no one did because of the fees, indeed, and low coin value, I guess. But like on Honeyswap or others, it won't matter as much.
Okay, so when, not if, when we will make like a bridge, or how it's say properly, to Binance chain, we could easily create a liquidity on Pancake or something like that. Is it right?
Yes, exactly.
Sounds great. And the bridge to Binance chain is should happen after the migration to Scale. And
Yeah.
that's the first question. Second, do we know? I mean, do we have a not like a planning capacity and capabilities to do that, or we'll need to find someone who is able to do that? Because I remember you mentioned some person, maybe he's in this call right now, and sorry for forgetting his name, who said that it's not a big deal and he can make it like very, very fast.
Yes, that's Antoine, but he's not here today, but he has done that already for his own project.
Okay.
His own project is on XDAI chain, actually. and he has looked into Binance Chain as well to bridge his own token, and he said it was fairly easy. So yeah, he can help us do the same.
Okay, this is great because when, as I always mention, when we'll have more users and more liquidity, this will absolutely positively impact the whole project, I believe. And list on PancakeSwap and will be great.
Yes, indeed. And it will just cost a few fees to just deploy the contracts, and that would be it.
Okay.
That's all.
Thanks for answering.
Yeah. But yeah, actually there are in the ETH Global hackathon to do stuff like that. So maybe, who knows, we can maybe win some prizes for that, but I don't think for just creating a bridge you get a prize, but we can try. Because it's not only Scale that is sponsoring this hackathon, it's like all the great ones. Binance Smart Chain is there, XDAI is there, Matic or Polygon is there, and they all have their prizes for the hackathon. So we are mainly focusing on the Scale part because that's what we need. But if there's time left, we can also try to do some things for the others.
And do you plan to give some tasks for that teams on hackathon, or to be in judges or in mentors, or in what role?
Yeah, but so we have Antoine in the team for the hackathon now, and also a new member, but he's more of a backend developer and learning Solidity, but he can learn as well. I forgot the question.
No, I mean, I was asking, what is the role of Musicoin project, let's say, so in that hackathon?
Oh yeah, we're just participating, and I'm also a mentor for Scale in that hackathon.
Okay, so participating as a team or as a again, judges, mentors, or provider of tasks?
As a team. But so I'm also a mentor myself to help some people out, and maybe I have the chance to talk to them about Musicoin, right? Like a Jehovah's Witness.
Okay, I see. So the main part of hackathon will be not to find a good task to give to provide the team on that hackathon, but to have a lot of communication, to try to have much more friends.
The main goal for us is to find developers and get some work done for the migration in short amount of time. That's why Antoine suggested we join a hackathon just to have some, like a week or a few weeks to just really work on something and get it out, and even get some extra help with that, because the teams are like the sponsors are all there for questions and issues, so that can all make it go faster.
Sorry, Ben, which of the two hackathons we talked about last week would it be?
There's the ETH Global that we're in now. It already started. And then there is a block hack on which Antoine is actually in the board, or on the board.
And we'll be on both, so.
Yeah, and that starts on the 3rd of May, and it's only 5 days.
Okay. But you could work on 2 different topics on those 2 hackathons.
Yeah, or even the same.
Okay.
And I've seen it done. Like I know some people that apply to hackathons, like a serial hackathon kind of mindset, and they work on the same things, but they apply to multiple projects at the same hackathons at the same time. It's all possible.
And so far as I know, there are some predefined tasks on the hackathon. And are you sure that Antoine from our team will be able to, during the hackathon, to make something, regarding a Musicoin, not or like to link something that he's making for Musicoin to the task that is provided by hackathon organizers?
Well, actually, in the second hackathon, in the block hack, he cannot participate. So we'll figure something out that we can do there without him. And yeah, for this first one, he's not on the board for that, so he can just help us on that. And his work would also actually be done after that, mostly.
So
When is the block hack?
It starts on the 3rd of May.
So if scale is, if we're gonna be live until then, we have a lot of like, we can have like do the playlisting and like there's a lot of cool things that we can
Indeed,
push.
that's right.
But are we able to be live before that, before 3rd of May? Because I thought that I mean milestone is established after the hackathon, after the 3rd of May.
Yeah, but I think we can get it before. Like during the hackathon, we already get a chain provided, and we can do our stuff on there. Yeah, it shouldn't take as long as a month. So we hope to be ready before that.
So, Ben, feel free creatively if you want any help from me. Like, so feel free. Like, maybe video design or anything creatively you need any help. Please feel free.
I'll let you know. Thank you. Maybe we need a video for the hackathon, actually.
It'd be great. Regarding the hackathon tasks, I have something in mind. You probably know that we're on the verge of having a Uniswap version 3 launch in May, at the beginning or mid-May, I think. And as far as I've seen, I haven't dived into that, but they'll change quite deeply their system, their liquidity pool systems, to shift that to a NFT liquidity pool systems. That'll be almost exactly what Lorenzo has imagined. So do you think you could try to study a bit that part and see how our internal Musicoin way of working and funding the different songs could fit into the new Uniswap shape, let's say that, or perspective, because maybe it'd be like an edge for us to be available easily on Uniswap on under that new regime. I'm not sure how it could work, but like to harmonize how it work on Uniswap and on Musicoin.
I'm not sure what you mean exactly. I haven't looked into the new Uniswap features, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's just that. I'll try to read their new white paper, Uniswap one, or at least there's a long text on Medium, I think, about that, and to see how Musicoin and Uniswap could be on the same line in that new way of working and sharing liquidity and so on, because it seems it'll be a milestone for the next 2 years. So just to inform us about that, and maybe during the hackathon, trying to make both ways of functioning closer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Please take a look and let me know if there's something you think we can do.
Okay, it seems it'll be quite directly linked with that. How's it called? There's another coin, another French guy is developing. Well, no, in this case it's not ARC, but I'll write it down. Check and write it down.
I'm pretty sure there is also something to do with ARC. They are launching their product called Market Square, and good partnership with them. There are a bunch of partners already. I think we could be part of it. It's kind of really easy process. I don't know if you've took a look at it.
No, I haven't looked into that yet. I'm kind of trying to put first things first at the moment.
I know. But if it's easy to set up, maybe we should just partner with them. It could be one thing more.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, but I haven't looked into it, so I'm not well informed on that project, I must say.
I think if you have 10 minutes to give to it, because it's enough time to have a look at it. Maybe you can just tell me what you think, and if you think it's a good idea, then I can take this, and you will not have to work on this. It will not take time to you.
All right, if it takes 10 minutes, please send me something that I can take a look at.
Okay.
Thank you. Whoa, it's been almost 1.5 hours, it seems.
Yes.
We used to have a live concerts before. I was checking in our YouTube music TV channel. So I think once we go live on scale, maybe on a good note, we can to make happy our music community. We can do one like maybe live concert on our music channel. So like everybody knows like that could be a good start to kick off. We can bring our music uh, artists together and line up their music.
Oh yeah, that sounds wonderful. We should definitely do that again. Maybe Alex is interested in working on that together, but I haven't talked to him in a while. Maybe Laurent knows.
Yeah, we could try to like tie things up with him about it.
Awesome.
The coin I was thinking about is Alchemist coin, but it's, as far as I've seen, it's a whole universe dealing with what new play will have the NFTs in DeFi for the next years. But I think it would be interesting to follow their steps. Alchemist coin.
Yeah, it's open in yet another tab now, so I'll take a look later. I have too many tabs open. I'm sure Anton knows how that feels.
Yeah, I'm just having the same laptop for my work, and I work from the personal laptop, so I have a very different, and I make many researches during my work, so I have many tabs opened, even like from the last 3-4 months, to not forget anything.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Sorry, I have opened the chat just now, and I've seen that link to Musicoin.org project relaunch, and I see that it's in place actually. But the problem is, I'm just thinking out loud, and the problem is that there is still no way just to type in a browser Musicoin.org and to get to that page, because it doesn't work. So thanks for sharing that link, but we need to make it more workable, or how I'd say.
For sure.
Yeah, agreed.
And regarding to what Raj, if I pronounce it right, what right regarding a roadmap, I think that's we can discuss right now. I'm happy Raj and probably Ben or who else to discuss it in a separate call right after this one, or maybe tomorrow, to figure out it, because I still think that Raj almost have made a roadmap. Just I think need to add 4 or 5 points and quarters, and that's all, and to put it on the website.
Yeah. Well, I can need to go soon, but
Yeah, same here.
of course, you
sent
guys
you-
are welcome to hang out here after the chat, after the call.
Okay, fine. So I'm gonna leave you two guys, and I sent you the link in the Telegram group, Ben.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll take a look later.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. I'm also checking out you guys. I'll see if there's anything else on the recording.
Yeah.
Thanks, Raj, and everyone else
Yeah.
that contributed.
All right. Yeah, right. You can keep recording.
So we can share this YouTube link directly to the community, right? On the main channel.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
already there, I think. No.
Yeah, please share. It was a nicer meeting than expected.
So I think it was a very good discussion. We can keep it public.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a nice day, and see you later.
Yeah. See you guys.
Okay.
Have a nice.
Yeah, see
Nice-
you. Have a nice week.
Thank
Bye,
you all
guys.
for joining again.
Namaste from India.
Let's keep the fighting spirit. See you.
All right.